Hi there and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance, my friends. It's time to find out more about the Hare. Finding out what happened to Thomas from the bathhouse. Maybe he'll speak more out of the bathhouse. Let's follow him up. Asked Olina, who gave us pretty wild stories about everything. Where is he? Thomas of the Baths. Where is anyone? In here, maybe? We don't know. What's going on? Where is Thomas? Well, now he's here. And blacksmith Betty saw something in the woods, and Margaret is also seeing something. Let's follow that guy up.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. Nothing and no one.
Welcome,
God,
Henry.
So,
I'm here to find out about the poachers gang, and I need to ask a few questions.
Well, ask away. I don't have all day.
That'll do me.
okay.
Farewell.
We have nothing new to ask him. So we'll just ask the others. If they know anything about him. Like here, blacksmith Betty. That house over here. Probably the wife of the blacksmith. Is that a blacksmith in here? Are you blacksmiths, Betty? Hey there. I'd like to ask about the
I've got a
poachers.
few questions about these poachers.
So ask.
First, what do you think about that poaching?
What do you make of this poaching that's been going on?
It's clear as day. Hannikin Hare's back. And putting those antlers on Nicholas's house? Well, we all know what that means, don't we? It's the sign of a cuckold, you mark my words.
Aha. I mean the horns.
You mean to say his wife's cheating on him?
All I'm saying is she might be feeling the urge. It
Sorry.
happens in the best of families.
Oh, you're sure about Hare's return?
You're the first who's certain of Hare's return. So far, I've just heard vague rumours.
Well, now, I wouldn't say I'm completely sure. I suppose some other mischief maker could have done it, but better the devil you know. And everyone hereabouts knows Hare.
That's not exactly what you said before, yeah?
You were singing a different song not long ago.
So, why do you want to know so much anyway?
It's nothing to you, but I'm helping Nicholas unmask that local poaching gang.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, now you know. And you also know not to keep anything from me. So, what's the story with that Hare?
All right, I'll tell you what I know. But promise not to tell Nicholas I said it.
I'll do what I can, but I need to let him know what I discovered.
A bit.
So, out with it.
It's to do with Margaret, his wife. They say it's all because of her.
Keep going.
I know full well Hare's here, because Margaret admitted as much.
What did she tell you?
That he waited in the woods till she came by and they exchanged some words. Words was all she told me. Who knows what they actually got up to?
And what did they speak about?
I don't know. But if Nicholas knew they'd met, he'd most likely kill her.
You're sure she wasn't saying it in jest?
Oh no. Margaret wouldn't joke about something like that.
Aha. Who is it? Who is Hannikin Hare? Tell me also the story about
Who's
her.
this Hannikin Hare, anyway?
Hannikin Hare? There was a time he was master huntsman here, and Margaret was set to be his wife. But then he got himself accused of murder and fled before they could hang him. Margaret and his job both ended up going to Nicholas.
That's tough. What happened between Hare and Margaret?
So what's the story between Hare and Margaret?
It was complicated. He wanted her and she wanted him too, I reckon. At least for a while. But then she hitched up with Nicholas, and now she says she never had a thought of wedding Hannikin Hare.
and the story between Hare and Nicholas. What's your take on it?
So what went on between Hare and the huntsman?
Those two? There was no love lost between them from the moment Hare arrived. And then Margaret got involved. It was a messy business.
Sounds just like it. Ah, and his crime.
Do you think Hare really killed that man?
Who knows the truth of it now? I did find it all a bit odd. Hare never was much of a hothead.
Ah,
But
interesting.
then again, no one really knew him that well. And Margaret never wanted to speak of it. Wouldn't hear a word about it.
Are you still sure?
You're the first who's certain of Hare's return. So far, I've just heard vague rumours.
Well, now, I wouldn't say I'm completely sure. I
Okay.
suppose some other mischief.
Stop trying to wriggle out with it. Do you realise who I am?
Not really.
But you know who Radzig Cobbler is, right?
Oh,
Of course.
Again?
I'm his right-hand man, and I'm helping the huntsman catch the poachers. So, I'm not someone you should be messing around.
All right, I'll tell you what I know. But promise not to tell Nicholas I said it.
I'll do what I can, but I need to let him know what I discover. So, out with it.
It's to do with Margaret, his wife. They say it's all because of her.
Keep going.
I know full well Hare's here, because Margaret admitted as much.
What did she tell you?
That he waited in the woods till she came by and
Okay,
exchanged some
we heard
words.
that
What did
already.
they speak?
I don't know.
You're sure she wasn't?
Oh no.
That will be everything. Thank you for
That's
being
all I
so informative. My goodness, like that's the
God be
local
with you.
news. Blacksmith's Betty here. We'll ask you again if anything happens in this town. You will probably know, right? And here we go to Margaret, who's on the way. And you're enjoying the day, aren't you? So we'll see. We'll see. Thomas has told us enough, all or whatever. And with you. Let me through. I'm in an investigation. Ouch. Oh my goodness. Now we drank or what? At least we didn't break anything. Here we go. Margaretti. Where is she? She's in the house, I guess. Oh, is she? And what's that? I'm sorry. Oh, it's getting late. Late enough, at least. There's something hidden here. Oh, yeah, there he is, back again. Now unlock the door, my good man. Let's ask him.
My humble greetings. How may I serve you?
Oh, about Hanneken Hare.
I've been hearing some quite wild stories about Hare.
People do prattle on. It happened a long time ago, and I've heard some crazy tales myself.
And what's your version of what happened?
Hare was a stuck-up knob. He came here with nothing to show but his bare arse. but he thought he could have anything he pointed at. All because he was of noble stock.
What happened to him, though?
Whatever became of him?
Oh, you must have heard. He killed one of the armed men that served Sir Henry of Lipa, and they sentenced him to hang. Except he scapered right out of the castle dungeon.
How did he manage that?
Nobody knows, but I'll bet he had help from someone up at the castle.
And Margaret, what about her?
And what was your wife's role in all this?
He had his eye on her, and she didn't want him. That's all. And it had nothing to do with what happened later.
Interesting. I heard he was a sorcerer.
I
How
heard
is
that he was
that?
a sorcerer.
And I've heard there's blooming roses on Rattay Gallows at Christmas. A sorcerer. Bah! Hare was a ruffian, but there was nothing supernatural about it.
That's all I need. Thanks.
Now I only need to talk to your wife. I mean, he doesn't look, right? Does he? Hey there, Margaret. You locked yourself in. I'd like to ask about Hanneken Hare.
I'd like to ask you about Hanneken Hare.
I'm sorry, but I really don't want to talk about that.
Well, everything leads back to you, I'm afraid.
The thing is, every time I spoke to someone about Hare, they always ended up talking about you.
But I don't.
You aren't to blame for anything, is that it? Well, I am willing to believe you, but you do know more than you're telling, and I need to hear it.
Very well. You're right. And what would you like to know about Hare?
What was between you?
How were things between you and Hare back then?
There was nothing between us. Hanneken Hare impressed my father with all his talk of noble blood. But I couldn't stand him, and I didn't want to marry him. And then it made no odds after he ran away.
So you didn't want it?
Practical.
I only asked because I've heard differently.
That's village talk. Of course folk gossip. Mostly they just want to hurt Nicholas.
And you met in the woods recently, didn't you?
What did you talk about in the woods with Hanneken Hare?
I see Betty's mouth's been busy.
Don't blame her. I had to work hard to weasel it out of her. Now tell me.
Oh, all right. Well, it seems Hanneken Hare's exile has addled his brain. He told me he'd go off with me, that he still loves me and nonsense like that.
And what about you?
What do you mean? I was so shocked, I couldn't even scream.
Is that all he told you?
He said if I change my mind, I'm to hang a garland of forget-me-nots on the house and wait for him at that place of ours.
Okay. Is he guilty? What do you
Did
do
Hare
you
really
think?
commit the murder?
God in heaven, how should I know? Anyway, it doesn't matter now.
That remains to be seen.
Where did you see him, though?
Where was it you saw him exactly?
I wish I could tell you. The whole thing was like a fever dream. I almost got lost trying to get out of the forest. Even if I remembered, it wouldn't be any use to you. Hanneken Hare moves through the forest like a ghost. He knows every tree root off by heart.
The ghost. Should she hang that garland? No, I want to talk to the man first before catching him. That will be
That
all.
will be everything.
Take care.
And now, I want to go to Jake Piper too. Then let's go to the inn in the glade. Ah, there you've been. See if we get there before dawn is coming. I'll just ride down here. Yeah. He's the Pied Piper. He's the Pied Piper. What does he have to say? Jack the Piper. And his victims are deaf because he piped them in the ear. So he's helping out here. Let's see. That is booming thanks to us. Rupert. That's Jake Piper. You don't look that impressive, man, but kudos to you for the work.
What can I do for you?
I need to ask you something about the poachers.
What? Me? Why me, for Christ's sake?
Because of the tavern
They
talk,
say you were
my
mouthing off
friend.
at the tavern.
We'd all had a few ales. You know what it's like. The tales get taller.
So you didn't go poaching with Thomas?
My God, no. That would never even cross our minds. Thomas is a bit wild, but I have some sense at least.
Oh, interesting. Let's talk to more people. Just some random people that we can talk to. The blacksmith's apprentice, why not?
God's blessings. What can I do for you?
Maybe we'll find something out. No?
Good luck then.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Now. Let's ask a few more people in the inn or so. And maybe Divish. I mean, he would have had something to say too, right? Can't really talk to the guards. Shortly with the tavern.
How are you, Henry?
What can I tell you? It's nothing much.
God be with you, Henry.
Sir Ratzig has made his home in the lower castle, but the
Murder.
serfs are squashed together in tents all over it.
God almighty. Has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes? Good luck then.
Good luck. The alehouse maid. Maybe she knows.
Take care.
Oh, come on. That's empty. That's terrible. Margaret. Go here again. Let's go over to the inn in the glade, I guess. Of course, we won't find out anything here. So we'll have to ride here. Down there. Old friends. So we'll get there now, and in the next episode we'll ask around there. Let's see if we meet some bandits or stuff on the road. On the road again. Here we go. Yeah, we have our Magdeburg sword. Be fine to try it. It would also be okay if we would have a peaceful time here. We removed all the bandits? We don't know. And from time to time we also have to check on previous Lavits. Maybe that's better. I'm not sure. Oh, wait. Is that the path? Wait. Kivalo, genau. Exactly. We went to the inn in the glade. You know where that is? You sound like a cumin somehow. And that means... Okay, he's running away. The killer out of nowhere. There's a bunch of humans. Ah, goodness.
Low fast.
Ow.
Whew. Okay, so we're that good now. Crazy. Let's take that. And that man. Some groschens. Dried meat, always good. Let's give stuff over to the horse. Human spurs, yes. So let's see what's going on here. Before we go to the inn in the glade. I'm sorry. Wow, that's really bad. Just imagine we have the plague, some kind of... there are different kinds of plagues, you know. In the Middle Ages. What's that? That's a very hard thing. Hunting arrow here. Would there be someone? Have to be careful. That guy that ran away. Will he come back? Must be around here then, right? That's seems like a gathering place. Did we get him? Maybe lying around here somewhere. Not so much, okay. Let's just be open about it and try to open the chest. Or not. We could pickpocket that cumin. Good night. That was maybe not really... It's still the hate we have. Oh, the metal shield. The groschens. What? There's no... He has no groschens. All right. Now let's try this out. Then get to the inn. First, let's give the stuff over to our horse. Well, we've learned something about sword fighting. And the woods are safer now. Everything's fine. Let's move on. Passing these pretty birches again. And we know now that we have a pretty good shot. We're pretty fierce with a bow now. Good day. Was it here where we could wash? I always not. Yeah, that was where it was empty. Okay. And here it was empty too. Down here it's empty as well. And who are you, man? Who are you? And what's that? Let's go up here. Speak to Andrew. Or whoever is here. You know something about the poachers?
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
What about them?
Well, I wondered if you've got any idea who might be doing it.
Tom of the Baths was mouthing off in the tavern, that's all I know.
Okay.
God's blessing. What can I do for you?
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here.
I don't know anything about that, but if it's gossip you're after, go and speak to Brother, the tanner. He always spins a good yarn. You'll find him at the end of the village, the last house on the way to the quarry.
Brother too. Now we're getting closer. The alehouse maid. Where's my bed? That guy?
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
I'd like to find out about the poachers round here who've been stealing game recently.
I don't have time for gossip. If that's what you're after, go and speak to Elena. You'll find her in the fisherman's hut by the pond.
Again.
God be with you.
And Andrew, what does he know?
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
I could do with something.
Is there any work?
Would you know of any way I could earn a bit of coin around here?
As it happens, I was just going to tell you about a job.
Oh, a new job. That's gonna be fun.
Now and again, the fisherman from Tombo comes around here with some game to sell. There's more and more poaching going on there, and they're always looking for new people. If you're interested.
Aha. There can't really be a shortage of poachers.
Don't tell me there's a shortage of poachers.
There isn't. Only their chief is, well, not an easy man to get on with.
Why's that?
He's a strange one for a poacher. He's got ideas, and not just about how to make coin. But you'll see for yourself soon enough.
Sounds good, we say.
To me.
All right. Then find a fellow in Talmberg who goes by the name of Black Lukesh. I think he lives on the hill above the castle. Tell him I sent you.
Thanks.
Aha. Black Lukesh.
Ale, as usual.
Very, very interesting. Well, thank you for watching. And happy gaming to you. There's a lot to do. And we'll do that in the next episode. So have a great time until then. And happy gaming. This is Manuel Khan signing out.